You only lose what you cling to. And I think this is a very relatable kind of quote for a lot of people right now. Because it's like a lot of things are changing. A lot of plans that people had have been canceled and thrown into the dust. So it's like there's a lot of like collective suffering right now. So because we are clinging to these things and have a hard time letting them go, I believe.
Yeah, but then like I don't know what life would be like if you didn't cling to special things. I feel like the alternative is even worse.
Nihilism.
Yeah.
No, I think cling is a bad word. We don't want to cling to these things. We want to have these things to look forward to and whatnot, but we're indifferent to them, right? We realize that things are constantly in flux and impermanent, right? So if things do change, we just have to recenter ourselves and not act like this event was the pivotal thing. And a lot of times it can be. We can have so much like focus and desire with these things that when they do go away, it's like it seems like the world is ending. But I feel like a lot of times we just have to look to like all the other doors that will open when one door closes.
I feel like I'm just still in that space where clinging and like being codependent on a lot of things is very, very normal in my life. And so like I totally hear what you're saying, and I know that that's the goal to get to that space, but I'm just not quite there yet.
Fuck yeah. Process.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. I'm halfway in, halfway out. I have one foot in my Matrix life, which I'm very attached to, but I also deeply hate it. It's a very dual state to be hyper aware that I love my chain. I love my fake nails. I love my little accessories. I love everything about those things that are part of the matrixy material societal world. But I know deep down in my heart, there's a fresh life for me where I want to live off the grid in nature, just bongo drums and people. Like there is a certain amount of, I simultaneously want to let go of all material possessions and quit clinging to it, but I'm halfway in, halfway out. I'm scared of the liberation of losing my possessions.
I don't think you have to let go of it all. Like you just have to reframe it in your mind so that if you were to lose it, you can enjoy what we have. We can enjoy all these beautiful relationships, material things. But we have to realize that, or maybe we should realize, maybe we don't have to, that things are in constant flux and changing. And it's okay to go from one thing right to the other. And it's
it's just
it's to see through the emotional reaction in the moment. You know, whenever you're triggered with something, fucking COVID comes and all your shit's canceled, you're just like, fuck you. But it's to see through that and be like, hey, well, now I have time to do this and relax.
Seeing those other doors open. Yeah,
maybe that's just wishful thinking, but
I feel like you're embodying it though, Andrew. Like I know that you had a big trip that was canceled, and yet here you are, like making the best of the situation.
I had a big trip canceled.
I thought you were going somewhere right away.
No,
I know you'd like just gotten back, but then I thought you were like, oh yeah, I'm going somewhere again shortly.
I'm always going somewhere.
Exactly.
I mean, of course, all plans were changed. My whole summer is different, but like, it's just like you just gotta just work with it.
Influx and temporary, depending on your perspective and what lens you have, can either be terrifying or liberating. You can choose.
I like that.
Yeah, you are in control of what you respond with.
And it's okay to respond either way. There's no good or bad. There's just choice. You just fucking do it. Whatever. There's nothing wrong with you.
There's nothing wrong with you. I agree.
Nothing wrong with you.
I just think if you look at it, it's like, do I want to suffer from this? Or do I just want to move on and move forward, right?
Is suffering do I just need to be in it and make a choice to be in it? Or do I move through it? I know that I'll eventually move through it. Like, it's really just you get to decide and pick and choose what your fucking process is.
Yeah, that's so hard to hear, though, because, like, suffering is so comfortable for me.
Man.
Yeah. You haven't suffered enough,
though. Then. That's okay.
What did you say, Andrew?
I said, well, a lot of people that, I don't know, I find this in myself a lot too, is like there comes a point where you're just so sick and tired of suffering
Yeah, I think I've been there.
Because you get addicted to it, and it's like, that you just don't want to feel that anymore. You want to be free from that. So to do that, you have to like let go of that clinging, and like it's like, and just not hold on so tight, and just like, I like to kind of visualize it as you're falling through the air, and you're trying to, like, you're jumped off a cliff, you're falling through the air, and you're trying to grab the cliff. Like, freaking dive, let yourself just.
It's like a fine line between surrender to flow and agency and sovereignty and free will. There's a balance, because if you're oscillating between one and the other too much and don't have that balance, it's not a fulfilling experience, in my opinion, because there's surrender and flow, but then there's also fucking free will and agency. Like, you're co-creating your life with the universe. So having action, I think sometimes surrender can be an excuse for inaction, and I sometimes think action can be a distraction from surrender.
Whoa.
Yes, that's a big oof.
Someone write that down. Damn.
We have it on video.